Have you ever wondered how a single piece of evidence, overlooked for years, can suddenly unlock the truth behind a crime that seemed impossible to solve? For 2 decades, investigators searched for answers, families waited for justice, and one question refused to disappear: who was responsible? Then, when almost everyone believed the case would remain unsolved forever, one hidden piece of evidence changed everything. Today, we're breaking down how careful detective work, advances in forensic science, and persistence finally brought a 20-year-old mystery to light. The story begins in the summer of 2002 in a quiet suburban community. A 29-year-old schoolteacher named Emily Carter failed to return home after leaving work. She was known for keeping a regular routine, so when she missed several calls from family members and never arrived at dinner, concern quickly turned into panic. Police officers searched the area overnight. The next morning, Emily's abandoned vehicle was discovered in a parking lot just outside town. There were no obvious signs of a struggle, no witnesses who reported seeing anything unusual, and very little physical evidence at the scene. At first, investigators considered several possibilities. Could she have left voluntarily? Had she been kidnapped? Or had something happened that no one had yet imagined? As detectives began interviewing friends, co-workers, and neighbors, they discovered that Emily had no known enemies and no clear reason to disappear. The investigation expanded rapidly. Officers collected fingerprints, photographed the vehicle, and gathered every item they believed might hold clues. They interviewed dozens of witnesses and followed hundreds of tips. Many of those leads appeared promising at first, but each eventually reached a dead end. Months passed with little progress. One witness reported seeing a dark-colored pickup truck near the parking lot shortly before Emily disappeared. Another remembered hearing an argument nearby, but no one could identify the people involved. Investigators carefully documented every statement, but without supporting evidence, none could be confirmed. As the years passed, public attention slowly faded. The case became what investigators call a cold case. A cold case is an investigation that remains unsolved after all immediate leads have been exhausted, but it is never officially closed. Detectives continued reviewing the file from time to time, hoping that new technology or new information might one day provide answers. What no one realized was that one tiny piece of evidence collected during the original investigation had been sitting in secure storage the entire time. It had been preserved correctly, but the technology needed to analyze it simply did not exist in 2002. That forgotten evidence would eventually become the turning point. Nearly 20 years later, a specialized cold case unit reopened Emily's investigation as part of a broader review of unsolved disappearances. The detectives approached the case with fresh eyes, carefully examining every report, photograph, and piece of physical evidence collected during the original investigation. Instead of assuming earlier investigators had made mistakes, they asked a different question. What could today's technology reveal that wasn't possible 2 decades ago? One item immediately caught their attention. A small section of fabric recovered from the driver's side door contained what appeared to be a tiny biological sample. Back in 2002, the sample was considered too small to produce reliable results. Advances in DNA testing, however, had dramatically improved since then. Forensic scientists carefully processed the material using modern laboratory methods capable of examining extremely small samples. Unlike earlier techniques, these newer methods could recover useful genetic information from evidence that once seemed impossible to analyze. The results surprised everyone involved. The DNA profile did not belong to Emily, nor did it belong to any family member, emergency responder, or investigator who had handled the evidence. For the first time in 20 years, detectives had a completely new lead. Rather than jumping to conclusions, investigators compared the profile against official criminal databases where legally permitted. They also reviewed old witness interviews, vehicle registrations, employment records, and phone data that had been preserved from the original investigation. One name began appearing repeatedly in connection with several overlooked details: The individual had worked near the area where Emily disappeared, had never been considered a primary suspect, and had provided an alibi that investigators originally believed was accurate. This discovery did not prove guilt. It simply justified a closer examination. Detectives carefully re-interviewed witnesses. Interestingly, several people remembered details they had not considered important years earlier. Human memory is not perfect, especially after long periods of time, so investigators treated every new statement carefully and looked for evidence that could independently verify each claim. Investigators also discovered that the original timeline contained a gap of nearly 40 minutes. At the time, that gap seemed insignificant. With the newly developed DNA evidence, however, those missing minutes became extremely important. Digital analysts reconstructed travel routes using updated mapping software. Combined with archived security footage that had been enhanced using modern image processing techniques, investigators were able to identify a vehicle matching witness descriptions more accurately than ever before. Each new finding supported the others. No single clue solved the case alone. Instead, dozens of small pieces finally fit together. Eventually, detectives obtained additional evidence through search warrants approved by the court. A search warrant is legal permission issued by a judge that allows investigators to search specific places when there is sufficient evidence to justify it. The newly collected evidence closely matched the forensic findings from the original investigation. According to official police findings, the combination of DNA evidence, witness interviews, digital reconstruction, and physical evidence established a far stronger understanding of what had happened than investigators had ever achieved before. The case finally moved forward through the justice system. During court proceedings, prosecutors presented the forensic evidence alongside testimony from experts who explained how modern DNA analysis worked and why the results were considered reliable. Defense attorneys questioned the evidence, as is standard in criminal trials, ensuring that every conclusion was carefully examined before the court. After reviewing the evidence presented, the court reached its decision based on the applicable legal standard. For Emily's family, the outcome could never erase years of uncertainty and loss. But after 2 decades of unanswered questions, they finally received something they had been seeking since the beginning: answers. This case also changed how investigators approached other unsolved crimes. Police departments across the country began reviewing older evidence collected decades earlier, recognizing that advances in forensic science could reveal information that previous generations of investigators simply could not access. It serves as a powerful reminder that preserving evidence correctly matters. Even when technology cannot provide answers today, future scientific advances may completely change an investigation. Cases like this demonstrate that successful investigations are rarely built on dramatic breakthroughs alone. More often, justice comes from patience, careful documentation, teamwork, and a willingness to revisit old assumptions when new evidence becomes available. What do you think was the most important turning point in this investigation? Was it the preserved DNA sample, the fresh review by cold case detectives, or the combination of many small clues that finally revealed the truth? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments, and let us know which criminal case you'd like us to examine next. Until then, thank you for watching. And remember that in many investigations, the smallest piece of evidence can sometimes become the one that changes everything.